Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Views and Opinion on MCCP TV. I am Goodness Uto, standing in for Chidima Ubochi. On this episode of Views and Opinion, we are looking at the Nigerian judiciary system and the challenges which prevent effective dispensation of justice on the citizens, especially the poor masses. The Nigerian judiciary system claims to be the last hope for the common man. However, some international bodies like the Amnesty and Transparency International ranks Nigerian judiciary system below average. So we took to the streets to find out what the Nigerian people think about their judiciary system. Sit back and enjoy.
Giving will receive, forgivers never lack, and more blessed is he who gives than he who takes. Discover the key to eternal joy and salvation as you learn from Deacon Leo Okonkwo on his Self-Emptying Spirituality series on MCCP TV. God bless you.
Basically, judiciary is the last hope of a common man, put to say. That's where the common man runs to get justice. And if at the end it fails man, it means where else do we run to? With the state of things in Nigeria, I will still say there is hope. Though not 100% no. There is still hope, like 60% in Nigerian judiciary.
I, for one, I don't think that people should lose hope in the judiciary. I strongly believe that the judiciary is still up to date. Justice, I believe, reigns supreme, only in the hands of very few individuals, those that are not actually in the scheme of things. We know that some people are not, following things accordingly or as they are supposed to, but they get worked up by certain side attractions, and then they dance towards such side attractions. But there are still people in Nigeria who are still very, very down to it and up to date. I strongly believe in that.
Our judiciary system has disappointed the people. You can see we used to believe that judiciary is the last hope of a common man. But today in our country, Nigeria, it's unfortunate that what we are seeing in the judiciary system today is nothing to write home about. So we are actually disappointed in their modus of operandi.
Sure, we don't supposed to believe in our judiciary. Judiciary in Nigeria has failed us in all ramifications. And the problem we have with the judiciary is that the head of judiciaries, chief judge, magistrate of the states, be it the chief judge of the federation, are being appointed by the chief executive. Either the president appoints the chief judge of the federation, and it is not good. When the politicians appoint the chief judges and all the magistrates, what do you expect them to do? Take a look at some electoral issues. Then if the chief executive of the state, politicians, appoints the chief judge of the state, I think they are going to dance to the tune. I suggest that what we do in judiciary to enable judiciary have the full autonomy is that we should get back to the drawing board, look at the legislature, look at the other independent bodies and select delegates that can elect who becomes the chief judge of the state or chief judge of the federation, so that they will be independent in judiciary.
In a nation so-called Nigeria, we as citizens ought to believe in our democratic system as it concerns the judiciary. And when you talk about the judiciary, we have three arms of government, and executive, legislature, and the judiciary. But in Nigeria, the executive is the king, so to say, king, because the system has made the other arms of government weak, poor, and ineffective in the society, thereby causing poor governance and poor leadership.
The judiciary is working hard, only that some people, among some madmen, there are some madmen, and we do know that some people who are bad make some people believe that anybody in rags is mad. I think such people are no good, people. That is my own way of thinking. I do know that the judiciary, among the line and the staff of the judiciary, some people are up to date and straightforward.
It's unfortunate that when you take certain issues to court these days for interpretation and justice, the opposite becomes the issue. Most people end up getting disappointed, from judgments they receive from the judiciary angle, either because their opponent is richer or more influential than them. So they are playing their role. But there are cases where you see judiciary presiding over matters without minding whose ass is God.
So some give their mind over to the politicians to be bought over. To an extent, yes, it's happening. But apart from the political cases, when it comes to other cases pertaining to Nigeria and Nigerians, they are doing their best. Where Nigerians seems to lose hope is when it gets to political issues, when maybe their opinions or what they thought would have gotten from the judiciary is not given to them. They feel like the judiciary is not playing their role or they're not giving them what they want. But I still believe in Nigerian judiciary.
No matter whatsoever is going on, we must believe in our judiciary, but we want to call on the executive, who allegedly owns the power now, to at least decentralize power, that will enable the judiciary sit up and live up to expectations.
I had a case at the High Court, that is the lower court, and then today you see me at the Court of Appeal. In the High Court, I won the case, and then I felt that the High Court was orderly and right. But my opponent didn't feel happy. They felt dissatisfied with the decision, and we are here. It's left for the High Court to decide, and I strongly believe that the High Court has the onions to bring justice to the barest level.
The judiciary, there is no how they can play the role, and they are not playing the role because they have been appointed by the politicians. I mean the head of judiciaries. They have been appointed by the politicians who holds the power, and they must dance to the tone of that politician. So that's the problem we are having. So if chief judge of the state and magistrates will be emerging through delegate election from independent bodies, civil society organizations, we say we want this person, he's meriting this post to be the chief judge or magistrate of the state or whatever. You see them sitting up, and the autonomy of the judiciary will emerge. But if not that, nothing will make the judiciary to work in this our present democracy.
They have not lived up to expectations, because on that note, we must get people who have integrity to manage the affairs of the judiciary. People who will say, the executive, this is what we want. This is what is written in the Constitution. Can you remember that it is the same judiciary that will swear them in when they are taking oath of governance as leaders after the elections? The judiciary will go and swear them in, and they will say this, they will say that, but they will not, adhere to all they have promised us.
Welcome back. You're still watching Views and Opinion on MCCP TV. As you must have heard from our respondents, there is a feeling of dissatisfaction and commendation from different quarters. Let us have your views and opinion on the topic. To join the conversation, drop your comments on our comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as displayed on the screen. I am Goodness Uto. See you next week. Bye.